You guys are here, Captain Smith, Garion, Yoan. Is Buck here with us too? I don't see him. Oh, okay. But yeah, no, I'll let you guys start off with whatever TLDR info you guys want to provide for us before we head on to any questions that the holders may have. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, absolutely. Well, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us once again. Just a little bit of a progress report to start off before we start answering questions. But essentially, just to go in what we've been discussing with Tech Alchemy and what's been going on this week with them, the coding team. They've recently sent over the full proposal documents. So that includes everything that they've put together over the course of working with us all this time. It's something I've talked about previously as really extensive, really huge documentation that goes into great detail about every single aspect of the centralized exchange and its build and what it entails. Now, what we're going to do is over the coming weeks, we're going to release sort of teasers. And what we will do after all these teasers are done is we'll release a investor-friendly version of the documentation that for all those who've been yearning for all the technical details. Obviously our white paper goes into what we're doing and what we're building and what the centralized exchange consists of. But the paper that we will be releasing will be talking more about the functionality and the features involved, the security processes, and just all the nitty gritty of the centralized exchange. I myself have read the whole thing. It's really interesting stuff. So we can't wait to share more details with you guys. As I say, we'll be teasing little snippets of it in the coming weeks. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh no! Oh, actually, hang on a minute. I've missed out as well. That we've obviously finalised the developer allocation as well for the first month of development, which is coming up very, very, very soon. That is all finalised and sorted now. We have the front end and back end developers in place to start working on the project. Obviously, we've been managing that with Tech Alchemy, given the current state of the market and this, that, and the other. But we're all set now. We're all ready to get going. So yeah, all exciting news this week in regards to relations with Tech Alchemy. Now, in terms of marketing, I think we've got Krammit here. I think he was going to talk a little bit about what we've been doing in terms of marketing this week.
Yeah, but Krammit, are you there? Krammit.
All right.
The
trick is to unmute yourself when you talk. I just learned that. But yeah. So I guess for those that don't know, basically, I run the community side of the marketing. For those that don't know, and really, what my job comes down to is this: I think and find of dope shit and just try to convince the devs to do it. So what you guys have seen recently, and as of yesterday, we were able to enter into a partnership deal with Trey Miguel based on a friendship he has with Jake, and I'm sure everyone knows Jake by now. They've talked to him before. Hi, Jake.
Love Jake. Hello, mate.
Yeah, I mean, he's been tremendous, and like, it's just crazy, like the avenues that we've been presented with, just because like people know different people, and that's really what's cool about crypto is the reach that everyone has that we wouldn't be able to do without this. So, like I said yesterday, I'm sure some of you have seen the Instagram or the tweet that Trey Miguel did. So basically, Trey goes by the name of Fresh Prince of Midair and Spider Trey. You may have seen him on Access TV or Fight TV. Honestly, I think it's really cool to access something like the wrestling world that normally I don't think has a big part in crypto. And because of Jake and because of his friendship with Trey, we're able to do that. And I think he's going to bring a lot to us and be really beneficial. And as far as I know, like, the guy is, everything that I've seen is he's a good dude. And that's really what we're after, is good people. People that like the project and willing to spend time on it.
I mean, I think it's awesome. It's broadening sort of our outreach, and as you say, it's reaching out to genuine people within the community that are actually interested in what we're doing and what we're building. And yeah, it's a great way to get the name out there, get the logo and the product out there, and raise information of what we're building, what we're doing. So yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, Martin just sensed that I was really nervous and he came in to help me, and I appreciate that.
Do you know what? I think we all do it for each other.
Yeah, I think you need to do it with us more often, and you're gonna be better.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't have enough beer for that.
It does take some time, because I still get nervous, but then I start trying to land some really bad jokes and try to ease the tension that way.
That's the trick about bad jokes. I've got a ton of those.
But yeah, so that's honestly the thing that I've been most excited about. And I know we've talked about it back when we had the event. What was that, 3 weeks ago now? Was that it? Jesus, it just seems like yesterday. Anyway, basically how we started was we basically started as basically a shill team, and we put in work on Twitter and all that stuff, and it's really cool how the devs were open to us taking a new step into something that we've never done before, but they had the trust in us. And I don't know how many projects are out there that do that sort of thing, and I'm pretty sure that's rare. And I just wanted to thank you guys for allowing us that opportunity to be a part of this project, because everyone that I talk to actually feels like a part of this thing. It's not just devs and then everyone else. It's everyone together, and that's really cool.
No, absolutely, man. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Everyone involved in the community and everyone who's helped build and organize and market what we're doing, you're all doing a fantastic job. And we're lucky. We're the lucky ones that we have people within the community with those skill sets and that are able to provide that sort of assistance. It's amazing. So no, thank you. I mean, it really is humbling, honestly, and that goes for the activity on Twitter as well, and the amount of feedback and analytics that we get. It is mind-boggling. I think Adrian and Johan will agree. We're often taken aback by how good the community really is, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Having a community who are willing to step up and take charge of certain aspects of the project and assist us just like that out of nowhere is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and with community in mind, I think that's we've implemented that into the token and how that functions, but then also with the centralized exchange and the multiple features that we've built into there to have community community choice involved in how it's developed and what tokens are listed. I think so community is a massive part of the token there, and you definitely get that sense when hanging out in the Telegram or the Discord or just talking to people on VC. It's amazing. We love it.
Yeah, and you get that sense for when we talk to other people out there, like influencers that are out in the space, that normally, like, I wouldn't think that we would have a shot in it, but the thought that it's community-driven really intrigues those people. And there's people out there that we're talking to now that are are huge that I would never talk to before, but because of who we are and what we're doing, they've been interested in joining up. Now, I don't want to throw a teaser out there or anything like that, because who knows what can happen. But let's just say that we've been talking to some pretty big YouTubers out there to come on board, and let's keep our fingers crossed that goes through.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got a number of TikTok and various other influencers sort of lined up. But as Krammit's saying, we've got one in particular. We'll have to see we'll keep you all updated. We'll have to see where it goes.
Yeah. So
I don't
bring sorry, Cheers. Go ahead.
Oh. No. I was going to say, I don't know why this came to mind, but this whole idea of having YouTubers sort of support KTO and collaborating, I don't know why this came to mind that Viva La Dirt League would do a sort of skit about crypto in the gaming world, because they do gaming skits, and then at the end say, this video was sponsored by Kounotori, something like that. And I know Garyon would definitely love that.
We are actually thinking about something else. We are in contact with like few different YouTubers with millions of subscribers, and we know they're actually in crypto space. So, but they are not doing videos about crypto only. So that's what we're aiming for right now. Someone who can actually say about our mission, about our community, about things that we are doing differently than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Any names that you can give, or should we wait?
For now you should wait, because there isn't. We aren't 100% certain they're gonna work with us, because they are big YouTubers. They can just say, yeah, I like your project, but I want 100K per video or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we're definitely gonna say something more when we are certain that they're gonna work with us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll only take 50K per video.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that you learn just how expensive the crypto world is. Like Jerion had said before, like everything is 10 times, and he's not lying. Everything is so expensive.
Yeah, I think that's what's important about, and that's what you guys do a great job at in vetting and making sure that the influencers are actually genuine. And that what that allows us to do is give us just a bit more time as well to then make sure that development and coding and the community, the amount of help we're getting in that respect, it just allows us more time for that sort of utility communication and making sure everything's nailed on the head before we start. And Tech Alchemy are the same way. They want to make sure that everything is accounted for, and that we're clear with their vision as well. And vice versa, of course.
What I see here is that we couldn't find the right marketing agency for us, and we just created our own marketing agency.
Yeah, absolutely.
KTO seems to have that routine.
Just as effective.
I think it's more effective. It's more effective than the previous one.
Absolutely.
I know this question was already answered by the wonderful Jake of the Frostlands, but the subscriptions for Twitch, do they go to the marketing team?
No.
Yes.
So can you? Oh.
There we go. Go ahead, Jake.
Anything that happens on like Twitch or on the merch site all goes into basically the production team, the marketing team, all that. Same rule applies. After the quarter is up, we'll find a charity to donate to, and just like we did last time when we donated to St. Jude.
All right, man, thanks. No, I know that you already answered the question, but I figured like if this is going to be a recording, that way this is saved for any future viewers that want to watch the video. There we go. I want to say, Garyon, do you have a question for the devs?
No. Yeah. Krammit, are you done, right? So everything is pretty much set, right?
You cut out for me on that one. What was the beginning of that?
I mean, are you finished, or you want to say something more?
Like I would love to be put out of my misery right now.
Okay, yeah. Artie, you wanted to say something, or we're just moving?
Yeah, I could throw in a few more things. I really want the investors to understand, kind of how busy we are in the background and, how much we truly are pushing for the project. Wow, it is nerve-wracking being up here in front of a bunch of people. So yeah, I mean, we have lots of things going out on a daily basis. I mean, when it comes to running ads, we're pushing them pretty hard, and results that are coming back. I mean, people are seeing this project because with the market being in the way, it's been rather nerve-wracking for the market lately. And KTO, in my opinion, I mean, it's been holding well. The impressions that are coming in, people, we have the statistics for the website, and they look really good. We've got press releases out, and overall, we're pushing this project, and the results are showing. That's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's oh, sorry about that. No, I wanted to kind of follow up on what Artie was saying. There are a couple of things. I can't say a certain number because I feel like that would also give it away. That is being done in the background, like Artie said. I read through them. I got pretty excited. I I really, really want to bring it up, but I can't. So all I have to say for now is that for anyone listening in, just be ready. I'm no joke. I'm not trying to sort of like oversell something, but just be ready.
Yeah, definitely. For all the new investors that have found their way to KTO, you've made it to the right place.
And I promise that I will do my best to get Yoan drunk again.
No,
Oh
no.
no.
Just leave him alone. He's done enough.
Oh, it got even funnier because I just noticed that Kram's little saying down there is Yoan Ditch 2.0.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so there's one more thing we wanted to say. Because we're starting our platform developments, and we have sent some money to Tech Alchemy, and we're moving forward. We're gonna incorporate next week. We were supposed to have a voice chat about it today, but I forgot it's my wife's birthday, so we're moving it to tomorrow. And I think the incorporation should be ready by Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We've chosen UK. We are thinking about US, UK, Dubai, but US is too far for us. Dubai sounds good because of no taxes, but it sounds sketchy for some people, so we decided to stay in UK. Because we are in UK, Tech Alchemy is UK, we're gonna have legal team in UK, so we're gonna just keep everything in UK. So we should be, like I said, it should be done by middle of next week. So that's quite big info, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking that because there are some questions I guess we're waiting for on Discord and Telegram, but I actually have a little one myself for you. You said in a week, is there anything we should expect and anything we should not expect for that week teaser?
I mean, in terms of incorporation or what?
Yeah, the incorporation, the development, the whatever it is that you have coming with Tech Alchemy. Anything that you feel we can.
Development will start in about 2 weeks for now, because we've been told like second week of June they're gonna start building the platform. So we have like 1.5 or 2 weeks of like a break to work on marketing, but after that we're gonna be really busy with that platform development, because it's gonna take a lot of time, resources. But for now, just working on that incorporation. We still have to decide about name because we have a few different opinions. We want to match it with our exchange name. So we're gonna have a chat about it tomorrow with Johan and Martin.
Oh, Johan, Martin, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, just on the back of that, just to clarify, yeah, so next Tuesday, next week, as Adrian was saying, that should be the reveal of the company name and how we're going to run our finance and conduct business. So there'll be a little reveal there, and then leading up to the first week of development is obviously what I was talking about earlier, and releasing little snippets, little clues of the. I want to call it the sex paper, but I'm not going to do that. it's we're going to come up with a name for it, but no, it's essentially, as I say, it's a really extensive document, but we'll produce a slightly shortened and not simpler, but more accessible version for investors to read. And yeah, we'll be producing little snippets of it leading up to the first week of development. So yeah.
Just want to mention, we don't want also to release the whole document to the public because
Yeah.
there are some technical data that can be used by other projects. So we're just gonna like choose few pages. There's 50 pages, so we can choose a lot of data from that document and just share it with community.
As much as we'd love to share the entirety of it, we don't want to give other projects a how-to guide of producing something great. So we've got to be a little bit careful, and we've got to release it over time. And but at the same time, we are really keen to, as we've said, with the tokenomics, the token, the building of the centralized exchange, everything involved in this project, we want to share as much as possible with you. But then also, as I say, we just got to be mindful of people looking over our shoulder as well, as you may or may not have noticed in the past.
Yeah, especially since it is so detailed.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
That is something I noticed. In fact, holders were wondering, "Oh, new info, centralized exchange info. Please, we want more info." It was given, but you were worried that other exchanges, other platforms would sort of take advantage of that and do their own. Unfortunately, it looks like it did happen. So that's why this is basically the first proof of, guys, we have something in store, but we're trying to be really careful with what we can provide for now.
Yeah, and now it's a bit easier for investors, I feel, because we've given them the skeleton and the vision within the white paper, so people they've got faith in what we're building. And can understand our previous arguments and how that holds up here. You just got to be a bit careful about how much you give away all at once. And yeah, hopefully that's understandable. But I can't wait to share it, honestly. I can't wait to share what they've put together and what we've been working together to produce with them.
Let's see here. I'm not sure if this is more of a question, but I feel like you guys can answer this one. Someone is wanting to go ahead and exchange some of their tokens for KTO, but the gas fees are a nightmare. What time frame would you guys recommend for him to wait until Ethereum gas fees drop?
Well, gas fees are generally the lowest early morning European time, or basically when most of the USA is asleep.
I mean, are quite good these times because market is down and the network is not so low that it's 49 right now. Few weeks ago it would be 130 at least. So yeah, I think just wait and see.
There you go. Okay, so let me go ahead and message him right now. Oh, when OpenSea is down. Let me go and message him right now. But also, there was a discussion a couple of days ago about KTO. Did you guys want to explain something about sort of the fundamentals of the centralized, or in Martin's case, the sex?
Sorry? Can you repeat that question, please?
Hey, Nappers is on. He says, "Can you update the timelines?"
On the white paper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to probably do that on the roadmap on website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think after we incorporate, we're gonna have time, to just update that timed sex paper.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I needed to reconnect myself. All right. So there were some concerns. I'm not sure if you guys wanted to clarify this about the 20% payout, that they own about 300 billion coins. I don't know how or when we'll reach 1 billion market cap. The project will be able to pay 20% of that. I believe the tax is being removed from the coin when we have an exchange as well. So no idea where the money is going to be coming from.
I mean, that's what we are saying since we announced we're building exchange, right? Money is gonna come from transaction fees on our exchange. That's why we're actually building exchange, because we don't want to print money from air like other projects did, including Luna that crashed recently. So that's why we building our exchange to get money from trades to give it back to people who stake. And I think we're mentioning every week, and it's in our white paper, it's on our Medium, it's pretty much everywhere.
So you're like, it's right there. It's in the white paper. Just read the white paper, please. Just.
Yeah, please.
Oh, also, since this was mentioned by Krammit about Spider Tray, what I guess what interested you in bringing in Spider Tray to the platform?
I think Krammit mentioned that a few minutes earlier. Krammit,
I
can you say
didn't
that
really give him
again?
a choice.
Oh, Krammit, go ahead. I'll have you answer that one. Like for the WWE wrestlers, what pulled you to Spider Tray? Was his charm?
Yeah, honestly, it was the connection he had with Jake. They're good friends.
I've known him since he was 14. He's 27 now, so.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about the connection that we have between, the community, and how awesome that has been. That there's so many people that we wouldn't normally have access to, but the connections we have together, it's crazy. Like, I would never think that I would have ever even ever talked to somebody that was in wrestling at all, and here we are. And he's part of the group now. It's crazy how things turn.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an awesome opportunity to sponsor a celebrity and get endorsement in that respect. I think we've seen in the past that multiple examples of how sports and crypto sort of marries quite well together. So yeah, it seemed like an obvious choice and a great opportunity to broaden our outreach and reach new investors, reach new people, and tell more people about what we're doing, what we're building.
All right, then in that case, I'm looking at Telegram. I'm looking at Discord. I think everyone's pretty satisfied with how everything is being handled so far. No questions, no concerns. Unless anyone in the voice chat wants to go ahead and say something. Again, it doesn't have to be a question. It could be just a sort of a comment or a suggestion you guys may have about the project. I mean, everyone has the floor for sure. Nappers, you too.
Yeah, sorry, I was typing because I didn't know how I'd sound. Sorry, guys. So bear with me. If you can't understand me, just let me know. In regards to the question around where the money comes from, and the payment around that, and I know there was reference to building or like making money out of thin air, and I don't think people are actually appreciating the gravity of the statement of not creating money out of thin air. In that it's not making your rewards dependent upon the successful or the success of another aspect of this project, right? The centralized exchange has already said that they're going to pay out in a stable token. They actually haven't committed to a single stable token yet. And this is kind of where my question goes to is, let's say, one of the stable tokens, the first question would be, are you going to allow users to decide what stable token they want to get paid out in? And then two is, let's say something crazy again happens with stable tokens, right? There's been multiple attacks on them. And the traditional, let's say we traditionally received our rewards in UST, and now all of a sudden UST goes bankrupt, and you're like, well, we can't pay out in UST anymore. Will you guys have the ability to pivot to another stable token? Or how does that protection look for the staked investors?
I mean, we're definitely not gonna give rewards in algorithmic stablecoins because, like we all know, they're not stable. So we're gonna use like USDT or BUSD, things that actually are stable coins, not something else. But we have two ideas how to do it. So first is that you're gonna get, I don't know how to call it. I think I've explained it on Twitter, on Discord, but I'm gonna try. So our first idea is that we're gonna create like, I don't want to call it fake, like imitation of stablecoin that is not gonna be on chain. It's gonna be like USD something, and you're gonna get rewards in that USD. Like let's call it KTO USD, and you have ability to exchange that KTO USD to any major stablecoin or crypto, so you can trade it for I don't know, USDT or Ethereum, but KTO USD is always gonna be worth $1 because it won't need any backing up. It's gonna be like, I don't know, like you get money in dollars, but it's gonna be called like KTO USD. In the future, we're gonna change it to our stable coin, but that's for far future. And the second idea is just when you get your rewards, you actually choose in which crypto you want to get it, like Ethereum or USDT or something.
I know we were talking earlier about like baskets, diversified baskets. Would you consider an option of that? You can do a diversified payment of, let's say I earn $1,000, then that $1,000 is split between 5 stable coins, but in fact you just get paid out in a basket.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if people will be interested in doing that, then yes, that's not a problem really.
So, sorry, I'm just going to snapshot this conversation just for the majority of the investors. If you understand like what the implications of,
it's gonna be pretty easy, right? It's gonna be pretty easy, right? Let's say you have like $1,000 in rewards, you can just claim 200 in one stable coin, claim 200 in another one, right? Instead of making the bundles, because we're gonna have to make tons of different bundles to meet different requirements from different people. So we can just simply do like partial claim for any different crypto.
Yeah, Well, I'm more saying like the exchange, like you have multiple, I guess like 3 options. Let's say like USDT, BUSD, or you have a third option, which is a bundle of all different stable coins, and you can opt in to that. But that can be much, much further down the road where you can customize your bundle. But from the outset, I would probably just go with this is the KTOs. These are the stable coins that we're putting in this basket. If you go with this route, you'll have to accept it in these, and then maybe further down the road as it progresses.
Yeah,
But anyways, my
definitely.
biggest point was this is the flexibility and adaptability of a project that's not trying to do way too much and making itself vulnerable to developing their own stable token at the same time as creating a staking reward. Instead, they're bringing in and doing the third party to where they don't actually have to manage that complexity. They can just pivot to, okay, well, if your system's not working, it doesn't work. We have other options out there on the market that we can go utilize. And I think that's the right way to come into this space when everything is so brand new, because so much stuff can go wrong that just find the people that are actually doing really well with it and utilize their services instead of trying to remake it and then take on more complexity and hurt your own project and investors. So I hope people understand that and can appreciate that.
Of course, of course.
Okay, I'm out. I'm gonna go die now.
Okay, see you. I hope you're not gonna die. You have the best questions from whole community right now. So.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for that, Nappers.
All right, so I'll go ahead and since the hard hitting questions are done and Nappers the Goliath is done for today. Here's a smaller question for you guys. Any estimated timeline, quote unquote, month for alpha and beta version? Thanks.
So we think beta version will be ready in 3 to 4 months from start. So from June, July, August. So August, September this year.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
and then
Oh, go ahead,
in this. Oh, sorry, I was just going to jump in and say, and then obviously in the following phase of development, we've also given time to implement features and suggestions that the guys have come up with, either inside or outside the project. We're going to do that on both of alpha and beta phases. So
that's actually good to know, only because this time frame that you've given us was something that hasn't been changed for quite a while. These things are going well, things are going smoothly, as is to be expected. September used to be a long ways away, but now basically we're almost at June. July, August, September, almost there.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the thing, and I can't stress this enough. I mean, we are building something from the ground up, and we have a really dedicated team working and making sure that everything has been thought out thoroughly in terms of security, in terms of features and functionality, and everything that it involves. And I mean, what we could have done is sped up development to the point where, you know, we launch it to maybe 3 months earlier, but then you're not going to have the amount of polish. You're not going to have, and we've seen it time and time again. I think, frankly, everyone's sick of seeing stuff coming out not finished, not ready, and then inevitably they have to delay things by 2-3 months anyway. So I think what we're doing, and I think everyone involved in the project who's listened to us previously sort of understands that and realizes that they're invested in a project that's really trying to make a go of it and trying to do things properly, which I think is really something that is needed, especially in the micro sort of crypto space. So yeah, hopefully that's understandable.
No, yeah. In the meantime, I know that holders are holding strong because they don't want to
Yeah.
let go now before they realize later on, like, oh shoot, I should have held and waited like a couple of months more. But there is someone who has a question here for you guys. Is there a max sell tax in place? Just wondering what's stopping them from hiking it up in an insane degree once the token price rises.
Yeah, we have a max token tax set built in the tax functions. We've spoken about it on previous AMAs, and then also it's on our white paper. Basically, none of the individual taxes can be set to over 8%, so we can't set the marketing tax to over 8%. We also have a video on our YouTube channel which demonstrates it, where I share my screen and I attempt to change it to over 8%, and then you can see the error that it gives me and just doesn't accept the value.
Also, this is not a question, but more of a statement. I feel like, it's actually a pretty funny one. Yes, take your time on the CEX or sex. No one likes it when you finish early.
Brilliant. Yeah, fair play.
Let me go ahead and clarify some ones in Discord, see if anyone has any more questions for you guys. If they don't, then I'll oh, here we go. I don't know if I want to ask this one, but I'll go ahead and do it. When Nintai? I'm sorry, go on. It was asked, so I thought I'd go for it.
But by the end of June at the latest. Because I still got some exams with university, so I will be done with them about mid-June. So after that, I can spend all day and night minting Nintais.
All right, no problem, Johan. Yeah, sorry for that. I apologize. You can bash me later. But there is this. Here's more of a serious question for you. But when will the tax be re-enabled? I know that this is something that you did to help the community for buy tax to be removed because the market was unfortunately in the red, and you wanted to offset that by removing the buy tax. When do you feel like it will be re-enabled? And if you wanted to sort of explain more as to why you did it in the first place, apart from the bad market.
Well, it was predominantly turned off because of the bad market conditions, and we just did it to combat the sort of indirect effect that large cap coins such as Ethereum and Bitcoin have on the whole market, including KTO. And I think so far it's been working pretty well. We haven't been affected as greatly as some other tokens by the movement of Bitcoin. As to when it will be re-enabled, I'm not sure if we have a date yet, because the market is still looking pretty
cheap.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's okay. We'll leave it to Gary on to end it with like, this is shit.
Then, as Jan's saying, the idea was everyone was sort of stressed out due to the market conditions in and outside of the project. So it's basically just give everyone involved in the project and outside, a bit of a helping hand, and a bit of a break in the stressful time that the space was in. I think if you compare us, and that's one of the great things about the contract and how we've set out the token itself, we're able to do that. Not all projects can do that. They can't just disable tax and help people out. Obviously, we'd do it usually for an event, but as I say, we just wanted to give everyone a bit of a hand. I think. As Krammit was saying, we've held up well. All things considering the state of the market. And I think that's something that's helped out in the last week or so. So yeah.
That is true. I know that's for a lot of holders. They want the buy tax to be re-enabled because of reflections, obviously. But
yeah, absolutely.
At the same time, if it's letting these buys to come in more and more frequently, keep the price stable while everything else bleeds, even if the price keeps going up and up and up, then I feel like that sort of replaces reflections in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're still getting reflections and marketing tax on sells. So it's not like nothing is coming in. But as I say, it's just for people either increasing their position or coming into the token as a newer investor, coming in with fresh eyes, just to give them a bit of a helping hand. We're watching the market carefully just to see what's going on at the same time. So that's why we've sort of prolonged that decision, because, yeah, things weren't looking great during this week. But I think a set time, we will give at least a day in advance, and that will be dependent on the current state of the market, I feel. And I'm sure Adrian and Jörn agree.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I'll go ahead and I'm not just saying that this is the end of the AMA, but it's the end of me being here because I work in about 9 minutes. So I'll leave this last statement to you guys. I appreciate everything that you guys have done, especially for the full transparency. I know that there's a lot of concerns, especially in the decentralized market, where anonymity is a sort of a popular thing. But at the moment, I feel like something that's stable, something that's secure, is much more preferred now. So I thank you guys for choosing that road. But I'll disconnect for now. Johan, Garion, Martin, you have a good day.
You too,
cheers. Thank you very much,
you.
Jitters. Thank you, buddy.
Good luck in your job.
Okay. All right, bye.
Cheers,
What
mate.
are you doing? What are you doing? Actually, I forgot to ask you. What are you doing now?
I think he
gone.
left. Yeah, he's
Oh.
gone.
He's gone.
Yeah. I know he changed his job, but I forgot or I didn't ask.
Oh, he has told me. It's escaped me. I can't remember.
I'm not sure if this is right or it was said as a joke, but I remember someone mentioning that he is selling wheelchairs.
Okay. No, he's been doing that before. No,
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think we can close that video chat. We're gonna probably meet on Tuesday on Twitter Spaces. Yeah, and next week on AMA, and you can contact us anytime on Discord, Telegram. We're always there, almost always.
Yeah, or if you haven't managed to ask a question today, then feel free to put it in Discord as Adrian's saying, and we'll get back to you or answer it in the next AMA. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic, guys. Really appreciate everyone who's turned up, and thank you very much for Krammit and Artemis coming on this week and going into the marketing that they've been conducting over the last couple of weeks. Awesome job, guys. Yeah, again, thank you very much. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.